Star Wars Outlaws just got a new story trailer. Let's check it out and talk about it.
Each of you represents some of the most powerful criminal organizations in the galaxy. Pikes, Crimson Dawn, Huts. It's a golden
Not a
age
sponsor.
for the underworld. The Empire controls every corner of the galaxy, but they're distracted by a rebellion that won't quit. It's an opportunity to make millions.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. We meet at last.
What do you want?
Zarek Besh. They're new, rich, and lethal. You crossed their boss Sliro, and now he wants you gone. Rob his fortune and buy your freedom.
This job, it's a death wish. I'm in. Out here.
Why? All right.
In. Out here, you live and die by your reputation. You want to survive? Know the players.
You're new to this world.
What's your problem?
Come back when you're not.
Jabba, right? Look, don't try anything. I got a whole crew surrounding the... Okay, we're skipping that part.
For about as long as I can remember, it's just been me and Nix. Doing what we have to survive. This job is my one shot at freedom. But if we're gonna pull this off, we need the right crew. And the right ship.
Okay, no, we need to look back. I'm sorry, to pause and go back.
Pull this off. But if we're gonna pull...
Look at that jump animation.
But if we're gonna pull this off,
Ugh.
we need the right crew. And the right ship. Yes! Hang on.
I hire you because you are one of the best hunters in the Outer Rim.
She's more connected than you let on, Sliro. Bess is mixed up in something bigger.
The Outer Rim is a dangerous place. Everyone is fighting for their piece of the galaxy. But all I want is to live free. So I'm gonna risk it all. Hold on, Nick!
Star Wars Outlaws, pre-order available now.
Available August 30th. Yippee.
Underdeveloped.
Yeah, that was interesting to say the least. I'm a little let down, to be honest. I don't know who they're making this game for. The animations look janky, and this is a Star Wars game. The previous Star Wars game, Jedi Survivor, that thing came out, and it wasn't a bad game. It's like a solid 7, maybe 7 out of 10. 6.5 on release, because the game was so incredibly janky throughout like the entire playthrough that the value of the game drastically decreased. However, it was fun. You take the lightsabers out of Star Wars and it's not that interesting, to be honest. Like, I am a Star Wars fan. I'm not a huge... Well, I have a lightsaber. I've got a purple lightsaber. I was a very big Star Wars fan for a little while. Now I've calmed down. And I have to say that, like, I don't want to be a regular person in the Star Wars universe. If you're going to put me in the Star Wars universe, let me be a Jedi. Let me be like a crazy bounty hunter with a jetpack. Let me be an alien race. Huh? How about we do that? How about we stop being human all the time and let me play as a Wookiee. Let me play as a Sith Wookiee. You know, the Star Wars game I want to play, I would love to play a Star Wars action RPG. Not an MMORPG like Knights of the Old Republic, really like an action RPG, kind of like God of War, Ragnarok, but with a little bit more RPG elements. I'm talking about like that kind of speed and combat. but with more degrees of modification and upgrade system. You can play as a Jedi, you can play as a Sith, you can play as a bounty hunter, you could have a gun, and you could have a lightsaber. That's the Star Wars game I want to play. I would love to play in a Star Wars game where like you're playing as a Sith apprentice before the rule of 2, and you're going around doing a bunch of crazy stuff. That to me sounds fantastic. This Star Wars outlaw game where you play as some no-name bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, I'm honestly not impressed. And I know a lot of people are going to get upset about this, but I'm going to say it anyways. Whenever I see a female protagonist made by any Western gaming company, I am immediately worried. Why? Because they don't actually take the time to give her a personality. They don't actually take the time to write her well. They're just like, here's a woman of color, play my game, give me your money, right? Look at Forspoken, woman of color, a terrible game. Had a very interesting base with the mechanics, but they put in zero effort into making the protagonist likable, fun, enjoyable to be around. And I'm just afraid they're gonna be doing the same thing with Star Wars Outlaw, because they're like, hey, we put a woman in the game, people are gonna be happy, people are gonna buy our game automatically, easy peasy. It's not that easy anymore. You have to make a compelling character for players to want to care, especially if she's not conventionally attractive, right? Because I'm looking at her face and it's making me feel some type of way, and not in a good way. So you need, at the very least, to make that character interesting. So I'm going to, I'm not going to be holding my breath for an interesting character. However, I'm not going to completely write off the game. Now, before we head out, let's just go look at the pre-order for Star Wars Outlaws. You can get the Star Wars Outlaw Standard Edition digital, PC, PS5, Xbox, and Cloud. That's pretty cool. For $89.99 Canadian dollars, because I live in Canada and games are expensive. Or you could get it for $19.99 a month on the Ubisoft, what is it called? Ubisoft Premium Plus. This is the Ubisoft equivalent of Game Pass, but instead of having access to almost every single Xbox game, you have access to a lot of Ubisoft games. And let's face it, Ubisoft, they're special. They're a gaming company, but wait, there's more editions that we can buy. So standard edition, you get the base game, and if you pre-order it for $89.99, which is almost $100, you get a cosmetic pack for your speeder and a cosmetic for the Trailblazer spaceship. If you just pay full price for the game before the game comes out, probably before the reviews come out, you get 2 cosmetics. And not even for your character, for your speeder and for your spaceship. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm being completely honest. And then for $144, that's insane. $144.99. For an extra $60, you can get the gold edition, which gets you the pre-order bonuses, 3 days of early access. I remember back in the day, back in the good old days, all you had to do was pre-order the game, and then they would give you those 3 days of early access. Now, for just a measly $60 more, you can get 3 days of early access and the season pass. The Star Wars Outlaw Season Pass includes 2 DLCs that will be released after launch. Keep exploring the world of Star Wars Outlaws with all new stories, quests, and areas to discover. The Jabba's Gambit exclusive mission available at launch. So the Jabba's Gambit is a mission that is already in the game, but they've decided to lock it behind a $60 paywall. This isn't even a microtransaction. This is literally buying a PS3 game. You have to buy a PS3 game simply for one mission that's already available on day one, but they're holding it behind the paywall. This is disgusting behavior. This kind of behavior is the exact same reason why we see Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth locking New Game Plus behind I believe it's the gold edition that you have to do as well. If we keep buying these special editions and these standard editions and these premium editions, these microtransactions are only going to get worse and more egregious, and we're simply going to take it. Please, anyone who watches this video, please do not pre-order the gold edition for an extra $60. We need to vote with our wallets, and the only way for them to listen to us is for us to not buy into the bull that they're putting out right now. Then we have the Ultimate Edition. Base game, pre-order bonuses, 3 days of early access, Season Pass, Rogue Infiltrator Bundle. What is that? Let's see what that is. The Rogue Infiltrator Bundle includes cosmetics for Kay, Nyx, the Speeder, and the Trailblazer. Well, you know, that's, I gotta say, that's just completely worth it. And the Sackback Shark Bundle, so another cosmetic pack, and a digital art book with some unique storyboard cutscenes. Do you guys understand that they're asking us for an additional $80? They're asking us for an additional $80 for a couple of extra skins, a digital art book. They're asking you to buy the game twice, basically. And if you don't want to do all that stuff, you can get everything that I just mentioned for a measly $19.99 a month by subscribing to Ubisoft Premium. Now, I believe the reason why they have all of these outrageous prices over here is to encourage people to get the Ubisoft Premium, which is probably the worst tactic I've ever seen. Hey, let's make our games ridiculously expensive, but then give people a cheaper way with a subscription to get the game. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of everything being a subscription. All this is making me feel is I'm not getting the game. I'm not getting it. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm probably going to wait for like a really, really, really deep sale before I even think about looking at this game. This is just outrageous, honestly. That's where we're going to be ending today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are pre-ordering the game. Please, for the love of God, tell me that you did not fall for their trap. And while you're down there, be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, and ding that notification bell. Before you head out, I am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Something I literally cannot do without you guys. And if you don't want to help, well, remember, at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. If you want to see more of my face, be sure to click on one of the videos you see on screen right now.